you're so Latina that people are like, you're not Latina enough. I'm like, what?
Well, we all agree again.
I usually will get like the, oh, te ves indito. Or like my tias will come growing up like, oh, negrito, oh, mi negrito.
Negrito.
Which is, you know, like an endearing thing, right? Like, oh, my baby. But it's also like, growing up, I was like, I always already kind of knew that I was the darkest person in my family.
About what you said about tias, like, I think that's very funny and particular to the Latino culture because all of them would be like, ay, mi amorcito, mi negrito hermoso, precioso. And they're like,
Your
oh,
tone of voice is like you love me.
yes. Am I being insulted or am I being, you know?
Are we
like,
frenemies?
It's very confusing. And it's like
Are we
your own
beefing and I don't
family.
know about it?
And because it's something that is so present, like colorism, since you're born, you know, you adopt those things that family members say, and you kind of start valuing your skin color and thinking that narrative
Preach.
of like, oh, I should feel happy that I'm lighter skinned, that
Yes.
I'm considered blanquita. Then you hear of those comments of like, you should feel proud.
Yes.
Even when you're an American, people tell you, oh, but you don't look Dominican. Like, oh,
Like a
really?
good thing.
Like it's a good thing.
If I could count the amount of times that I've been told, oh my God, you're Mexican? Because I say hi, and it's like, hi, Daniel. Wait, what?
Daniel?
Why are you saying your name like that, Daniel?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Right. When I crossed the border once, an officer literally did that to me. He goes, no, your name is Daniel.
Oh my God.
I was talking to a friend recently about this, and she said that she was told in school here to make her name more American sounding so she wouldn't be discriminated, which is something I didn't go through. So then I was like, they're trying to tell you, blend as much as possible. Don't be Latino so nobody kind of knows that you are. And I didn't grow up, I think, with that animosity towards what I was till I came here, and suddenly it was just, you're so Latina that people are like, you're not Latina enough. I'm like, I don't understand. Why am I
Where do you
anything?
want me to be?
What do you want me to do now?
I think part of being in this country and not being white is you have to figure out who you are
Amen.
more than if you didn't live here.
I grew up in a pretty conservative environment in a white evangelical church.
Wow.
And in the youth group, they used to call me the Black Snowman because I was the darkest person in the group. And I didn't recognize how uncomfortable that made me until I think I thought about it.
Because I feel like when white people do it, you can be like, you're dumb.
Yeah.
But when it's your own relatives, you're like, ow. Like,
They're done
you
too.
know? That's true. They're dumb too.
There are a lot of relatives down there.
But it's a different dumb, I think. I think one is like a little bit more ignorance and the other one is more privilege. Can we do a half?
I know, right? It's like here.
Do it like this.
I think it's starting.
It's starting.
It is starting, like in animation especially, right? Like we have Coco, we have
Encanto.
Encanto.
I'm in the entertainment field, and when I first arrived here, I wasn't, like, the first roles I could get were like the maid, the prostitute, the mistress, the hooker number 2. And I feel like now with all the diversity obligations that they have, they're changing that.
A show for me that I really was like, wow, like I see me is Hentified,
Yes.
which
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately got canceled.
No.
So it's like, I feel like we are progressively trying to be represented, but at the same time, like, it's like Latino isn't marketable for the Netflixes or for the streaming services. It's like, we'll try it, we'll do it, and then it's like, oh, it didn't work.
And even like within the Heights, like I remember when I went to see it, part of me was so excited. Half of me is so happy to see this. And the other half is like, why are they all so light? But that area is so black. Like, where are they? And then somebody else tweeted it, and it like blew up, and it became to the point where Lin-Manuel Miranda had to address it himself. And I was like, okay, I'm not crazy. This is real. Like I was right. Like I wasn't like making this up.
As a Central American, I want to see more of my Central American stories, where it's like just brown kid living his life, going to school, trying to just figure out, right? And not just always immigration, next generation.
Yay!
We are!
I
Hence
think
this.
I think things like this are incredibly helpful. I believe that people want to believe that we listen to everyone's opinion, but really it just hits different when someone who comes from where you come from is speaking, which is why I think that what really makes the difference is when lighter people speak up, because the other lighter people will listen to you before they'll listen to us.
In their group.
Yes, exactly.
I also feel like Gen Z is really doing a good job at bringing up and the uncomfortable conversations that we need to be having. This new generation is just coming in and is very educational, very abrasive about their pronouns and how people should be treated and
you
how
will respect me.
and
Yes.
you will
Oh,
you
respect
are.
me in these
Yeah,
spaces, or else
absolutely.
I will be canceling
I
you
will
on
cancel
the
you.
internet.
Yes.
So I feel like it's really important for us to continue talking about these topics, to continue bringing light to a lot of maybe the even disagreements that we are having, because I feel like even on both sides, like I have never thought about your experiences the way that you have said in yours as well, until today. So it's like, thank you for that.